in the worst start to any presidency in the history of this country, Donald Trump is delivering, and all of the nuts that work for him have started cannibalism, MAGA cannibalism, and it is as delicious as you would think. We have Peter Navarro, his harebrained nut job tariff advisor, fighting with Doge, Elon Musk, nut job, harebrained, loser central. All right, let's listen to Peter Navarro.
When it comes to tariffs and trade, we all understand in the White House, and the American people understand, that Elon's a car manufacturer, but he's not a car manufacturer. He's a car assembler in many cases. If you go to his Texas plant, a good part of the engines that he gets, which in the EV case is the batteries, come from Japan and come from China. The electronics come from Taiwan. The tires come.
Okay.
What we want.
So he called him yesterday a car salesman, and today he's calling him not a car manufacturer, but a car assembler. And Musk, Pumps and I are as shocked as anyone, a bigger titty baby than Donald Trump. I didn't think this man, the thinnest skin imaginable. Put up this next one. Elon Musk on Twitter, Navarro is truly a moron. What he says here is demonstrably false. And he's talking about what Peter Navarro just said.
Okay, here's what I think strikes me about this. Elon Musk and Peter Navarro are the exact same person. They're both liars. They both cannot do anything on merit. Navarro has his fake economist that's the anagram of his name. Elon Musk buys these companies, acts like he makes them. Then he gets on, has people play games for him because he can't win, so he cheats. So they're both liars and cheater and titty babies. And this is just so delicious because they don't realize they're the exact same. They both have their lips plastered to Trump's ass. It's so good.
And that's the biggest point right there. These men are such suck-ups to Trump. Like the emasculation that everybody has to go through, all these MAGA men to suck up to Trump is so weak and so pathetic, and the victimhood of these grown-ass men. Mm-hmm. And when you hear Trump all the time, we're treated very unfairly. The press treats us so unfairly. And then don't run for president.
Right. Stay home.
You're in the big seat. That's what happens in a democracy. Okay, so Musk then gets on Twitter again, and then he posts, Tesla has the most American-made cars. Navarro is dumber than a sack of bricks. And then he tags, I find our word, and real Peter Navarro. A couple things here. Number one, these are grown men that work for the federal government that are advising the president of the United States, calling each other morons. And this will just be a news cycle, just like the emojis about war plans, because they are dismantling every tenet that we hold dear, like that maybe the people that work in the executive branch would be decent people that don't have Twitter fights with each other.
Right. I mean, these are grown-ass people having fights, and they are advising the president of the United States. That's all you need to know. Elon Musk bought and paid for the power that he has. Peter Navarro went to jail for Trump. It is unbelievable that you have adult professionals. The American people are paying their salaries right now as we speak. They are being paid by the U.S. taxpayer. Elon Musk in massive, massive installments. And they're fighting on fucking Twitter and calling each other middle school names that you would get your mouth washed out with soap when I was growing up for saying.
I mean, it's just the level of incompetence, emotional immaturity, victimhood that goes on with these MAGA men is just unbelievable. And then all of these Wall Street bros are like, we didn't think we were voting for this. And I'm like, where have you been since 2016? Like, are you just so blinded by the idea that you might get richer that you think there is actually this get rich scheme? It works for Trump. But it's very rare that that works. And I think all of these Wall Street bros, you have this Ackman guy, this billionaire, who's just on Twitter flopping and embarrassing himself left and right because he joined the Trump train. He knew better. He knew a lot better. And now he's trying to get Trump to go a different direction on the tariffs. part of what Trump's doing is dismantling all of the pillars of all of our country so that nobody has faith in any of it. And the most powerful thing that we have is the American economy. He's doing this for sport. It's on purpose. It is an authoritarian play. No question about it. And all right, next up we have, because Trump always has to get rich off of everything, now he's grifting signed executive orders from the Gulf of America. He's selling executive orders, changing the name, the Gulf of America, with his signature where he plays show and tell. This is unbelievable. The grifting of this man, the flea market, the riffraff, the knickknacks. And here's what I know. There are thousands of people that are ordering this shit and putting it on their bookshelves.
Absolutely. And who have already bought maps to rehang Gulf of America, like the dipshits that they are.
And then I just want to leave you all with this quick video of the Secretary of Homeland Security, because this is perfectly normal.
We are with Marco and Brian today. They're letting me roll with them. We're going to go out and pick up somebody who I think is got charges of human trafficking. We earlier had an op that swept up somebody who was wanted for murder. So appreciate the good work that they do every day, and we appreciate them working to make America safe.
It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable that these people want to be taken seriously.
I look at that and I think the Secretary of Homeland Security runs around with a full-time glam team so she can put on her bulletproof vest and say she's going to go round up people she thinks are human traffickers. I mean, this should be humiliating to every woman in America. It should make every single MAGA Republican cringe on the inside. But you know what? They dig it.
No, they like it.
They like
but
it.
At the core, I think, of MAGA is a inherent inferiority complex.
Yes.
Most MAGA people know they're intellectually inferior to the ideas of the left. And so most fascist authoritarian movements, their number one thing that they have to attack is the left, because they have to attack critical thinking. They attack the economy. They attack the courts. They attack the press. And then they do all of this grandstanding performative stuff. Every single thing that we've seen, we're trying to make sense of it. All of this is a play out of an authoritarian's playbook. This shit right here, and mark my words, Trump is going to be erecting statues of himself. That's coming. He's going to be on money. His face will be on currency. All of this is the play of authoritarians.
Absolutely.
All right, we're on our way to 1 million. That was just an emergency episode that we had to do today because the MAGA cannibalism is so delicious, and we'll see you all later.